All right, so we're starting Fallout New Vegas, a game that I've been meaning to play forever, a game that I have heard nothing but amazing things about from lots of friends. And as you can see, I've got Bond in the corner there in his little tuxedo because you gotta dress nice if you're going to Vegas. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Uh, full disclosure. Never played any other Fallouts except for. On audio's a little loud here. Never played any Fallout aside from Fallout 4, and I played the beginning of 3. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I don't know why it says continue. I haven't even started a game, but
War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up. You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that?
Is this subtitles?
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
You know what? Let's just go with Joe. That's
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
That looks a little more human. And again, this is a 14-year-old game, right? Put it in the middle. Looking kind of purplish. I mean, I don't have a beard, but okay. Look like Patrick Swayze there. There's got to be an RPG where if you have a soul patch, like you automatically get shot by other people just for being one of those people. no full beard though, other than. Sure.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, alright. Just needed him to finish talking. Doing a specific build here.
Look at that. Maybe them bullets done your brain some good. Well, we know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother.
Regret. Not even father, alright.
Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always...
I need you back.
I never left.
EDA, thank you for the 44 months. Tipping on faux foes.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
See a bat.
Okay. How about this one?
How's your day going, DDA? Considering you didn't spend 27 hours playing the Destiny raid on hard. This is a vagina, I'm assuming.
Last
I mean,
one.
not hating life trying to finish a raid. Are the people you were playing with still going? They also call it out or call it off.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Couple found another team and they're still at it. Jesus Christ. Take speech. Lockpick. G weapons. Rest wised up. Yeah. I definitely would not want to. Keep going over a day.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
2 traits. Start a new campaign today on your second character. Want to unlock the new supers. How long is the campaign? Seven-ish hours, 0 grinding, all story. That's really nice. So my guide build says choose the one trait skilled, but there's no skilled. Skill trait not there. Oh, it's tied to the DLC. Fuck. Um. First team cleared the raid. It kicked off a new 12-person activity to close out the narrative. You're avoiding spoilers because you want to do the raid first. Understandable. I'm assuming you're gonna hit it right at reset tomorrow, or? Yeah, I figured you fell asleep.
All right, I guess that about does it.
Voice chat.
Come with me, I'll see you out.
Hey, get some fucking clothes on here, my guy. Look in a metal box in a door to your left. Yeah, I said goodbye twice, and then when I realized you weren't replying, I was like, oh, he's probably asleep. I am glad that you are getting excitement out of it, because I know you were really disappointed with the last DLC. And this TA guide is basically worthless. And I guess save now. The game is 14 years old. I don't know why the guide would have changed. Coolest game you don't want to play. Hey, Chris. Alright, that's what I... Play this when you're laid up in bed with a bum knee when you worked at Amazon. This would probably be a pretty solid game to have while you're recuperating. Keep destroyed books in your house.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Apparently you can get the hardcore mode achievement in like 2 hours, so I'm not too stressed. So. Yeah, and considering the guide here is built for that, but it didn't have the skills. One of the skills necessary because I didn't buy the DLC. I'll send you the thing that I saw later, Chris. Like a specific build, and you have to play it on an actual 360. No, I wanna. Oh, it automatically equipped my suit on. All weapons fall under a weapon skill code, blah blah blah. Okay. Sounds good, DDA. I appreciate you swinging by. I know the kids aren't asleep yet, so I appreciate hanging out while they're still awake. And obviously, still appreciate the 44-month resub. Weapons with low damage have difficulty penetrating armor. You don't say. I holster my weapon? Fork in the road with a sign pointing Vengeance. Alright, I'm supposed to go south. Um, you're a person. Can I talk to you?
Out. Hey there. That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he? That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he?
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section.
Wait for your
They're
lives,
not
you little
great,
fuckers!
but
The man
you
is
get what you
coming!
pay for.
Shit, the man is coming. The man is Gypsy. Hello, Gypsy. Thank you for the raid. How was Paper Mario treating you?
Can do.
I've only got 18 caps, so alright.
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of great cons with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip. I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Well, the house always wins.
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans. Take it easy now.
Thank you, citizen.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Primm don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Yeah, those are called students.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
All right.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
All right, Furiosa. No stealing. Hi, dog.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
What fence? Oh, there.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Your sprint? The Thousand Year Door was originally a GameCube title, right, Gypsy? God, I always forget how much of a gross era the 360 was. PS3 was just brown and blue everywhere.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Oh, do I not have the AP to do it? Water, okay.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Oh, I can't resist a redhead with a gun.
Come on!
On my radar.
There's too many! You like that? Howdy. Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Sure.
All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, graveyard. Schoolhouse. Assuming those are the... Anything from Game Fest I'm interested in? I didn't watch any of this stuff this morning. Slitterhead I'm intrigued by. But from the stuff yesterday, that was pretty much it. feel like the trend right now is like Souls types. And that's like whatever. I get why devs are making them because they're popular. It's not my style. Shack. Assuming this is a schoolhouse. Fingers crossed. I'll be in voice tomorrow while watching it. Want to hang out like we did yesterday. Just waiting for the inevitable disappointment of Perfect Dark. Dude. Um, the school, so it would make sense. School like. In it. If it has more than 2 of the letters in mankind, then that automatically it's it. Okay. Fuck me. First person you've seen actually attempt this properly? Does everybody else just try to brute force it? I was just trying to skip through all the dialogue here. Hit the first 3 options. If no, back out, recesses. Okay. Hey, all right. Not help me with the fucking flowers that I need. The Slay the Princess Collector's Edition pre-ordered. Is that through limited run? The Alan Wake Collector's Edition, same price as Tomb Raider, but nowhere near the amount of stuff. So it grows over this way. Rockflower and Xander root. When is the Clock Tower remaster supposed to come out? Later this year, okay. Yeah, now I'm thinking, like, if I go back to play the thing, should I play it on remaster or should I play it on the PS2? I did spend the $60 to get the PS2 version. It's also kind of a pain in the ass to stream on a PS2. Just wait at this point. So many things I want to play this summer, like Baldur's Gate 3 with DDA, and I need to figure out when to do Resident Evil 5. I don't want to do Disco Elysium, but definitely not on stream. Well, it was a used copy, but it was in really, really good condition, so yeah, I'll probably just keep it as a collector's piece. Since The Thing is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. Let's just go to the graveyard. It's great, but like I'm not moving anywhere on the little map. Alright, music, don't get me all nervous. Oh, fuck. Alright, and I wish there was a way to cycle through your weapons easier. Something said hotkey, so maybe that. Alright, so we got the flower. Okay. Sure is fun not being able to run. just gonna go Xander route. Okay, it looks like a weird fucking fly thing. Visible via tall green stalk through partially protruding out of the. Okay. Commonly found growing around trails, rocks, and around the mouths of caves, as well as in the open desert. Visible via tall stalk, partially protruding out of the ground. Outside Good Springs Schoolhouse. Which is where I am. Oh, fuck. Goddamn impossible to see. Alright.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
Thanks, partner. High quality H2O.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Hey, McGee. Yeah. I couldn't decide between this or Alan Wake 2 DLC, and I decided, you know what, I'll wait until Selectable Guide out for Alan Wake 2, so I don't have to play through it multiple times. But I did install it last night. Yeah, the fact that it's got a crossover with Jesse Faden and Sean Ashmore's character from Quantum Break, which I don't remember. That game was 16. Character's name. So he did play the sheriff in Alan Wake 2, so maybe it's not him. But I thought they were showing that it looked like Quantum Break. I'm gonna put my gun away so I don't look like a fucking psychopath. Okay.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount.
Okay.
Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Fine by me. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Primm, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Primm have a sister city named Proper.
There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
They basically saw Caesar's Palace in Vegas and were like, oh, I want to make that my whole identity.
I'm sure I've got something you like. Another satisfied customer. Be careful out there.
Now, I was telling Gypsy earlier, McGee, that the, for what you get for the $200, like, compared, it's the same price as the Tomb Raider ones. In
Hello.
Tomb Raider, at least, you got the guns in the shadow box, you got multiple figurines, soundtracks, posters. You just got way more for the money. Tomb Raider. Like if I was a cosplayer, maybe I'd get it just to get the angel light, but does that boost my stats automatically? Oh, we should probably save. What are you playing tonight, McGee?
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play? Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here. So what's going on? Did Sunny agree to help us?
I literally just...
Oh. Well, I don't want to make a move until she's with us.
Dude, give me a chance to, like, walk out the door and talk to her. Oh, it's only a temporary boost to your stats? Fuck me. I thought it was like you learned those things. What I remember from Fallout 4. That was a waste of 60 bottle caps, basically. Should have saved before I bought stuff. Honey, where are you?
Hey there. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Say no more. I'm in. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me. geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Primm, can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. If you want to know anything else, just ask. I'll be waiting.
Alright, let's talk to Doc.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare. You take care now.
He was over here, right? Daytime at least.
Howdy.
Oh, is everybody just here?
Howdy.
Howdy. Bad trouble. Welcome. Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Yup.
Alright, well that's not gonna work.
You looking to buy some supplies? Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's a 1,000-cap investment you're talking about. Right. Just keep me out of it. Is there anything else? Take it easy now.
So I'm guessing doing this thing is like a late game thing, like after you've leveled up some?
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Alright, so now that...
Be careful out there.
I've rizzed her up. See. I have no idea, Gypsy. I haven't thought that far ahead. I was just gonna check out the main game. Excuse me. I eventually want educated, but I guess for now.
You looking to buy some supplies? This again? Like I said, I'm against... You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And, I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand. If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble. Take it easy now.
You have like a repair booth, or...
Howdy. Told you. Yup. Yup.
Alright, I look like I'm... Mad Max movie. Just talk to Trudy to see if it's convinced other people to help out.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. Be careful out there.
So we just go and talk to what's his face? Go.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do. All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play. At least 6, Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Friend or a foe there, Slick?
Careful! There's still more of them!
Keep an eye out. I still think there's a few out there.
Wonderful. Yay! People like me. They like me. They really like me. Okay.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things. I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp.
Perception to wear a hat? Okay. I don't know what just happened there. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the cowboy hat instead of a baseball hat. Probably looks a bit more badass.
That was a hell of a fight. Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later
Oh,
on.
I'm sure it will.
Can do.
$42 for, is it 3 apiece? Yeah, I can sell him a shotgun.
Can do.
No, that is way too much.
Thanks. Can do. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy now.
Oh, I didn't mean to drop it. I'm trying to repair it. Alright. Sonny died? They killed Sonny? Do I reload my save and try to save her? For the fight? What do you think? I want to orphan that dog. Alright, let's see if we can do this again.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help? Well... Oh.
Time to look alive. The powder... I'll be set.
Alright, let's see if we can keep her alive. Alright, she's still alive. Alright, hey, we did it, gamers.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but... Oh.
Bad enough you lose, but then you get fucking stripped naked. Dignity of it all. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Actually, I'll save after I sell stuff.
Hey, that was a hell of... Dan... Thanks. Take it easy now.
All right.
That ought to keep things settled for a while. Hope it stays that way. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Wasteland critters like to move in when Sonny's not looking, so watch out.
Morning.
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future. Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Primm is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Until next time.
Thanks again for all your help. I've never stopped here until recently. You're better off asking one of the locals.
Creepy glowing eyes like a replicant from Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet. Got a special discount for you after what you done for us.
Hey, yo.
Be careful out there.
All right.
Hey there.
Oh, her radio is fixing, right? What are my repair stats? Oh. D.
Morning. Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work. You're welcome. So can I get you anything? Be careful out there.
Realize she has a revolver and a
Morning.
glass? Okay. The lighting here is not Reno. Primm. Primm, whatever. Already that direct.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
He didn't turn around and look at me, otherwise he probably would have started shooting. Very hills have eyes. That's not good.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Primm is off limits. Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Goodsprings. We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
West side?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Lieutenant Hayes?
I'm not sure you should be here.
Okay, rude.
Hey, I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California
Sergeant
Republic
McGee.
Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes. I'm from the Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my 2nd tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are. Sir.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business? We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing. The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow. Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then. Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought, most of them at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support. I have some free time. Ask away.
Oh.
Sir?
I can't just be like, hey, do you want some help with the powder gangers?
If you've got something to say it to the lieutenant.
Hello. What is it? Sir.
Okay. That fucking had no warning.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
"24 hours should be enough to grow back a leg, right?"
Hello?
Alright, no longer crippled. Does take 24 hours to grow a limb back. gunplay leaves a lot to be desired.
Just about time to get you some news. Troubling news from Primm, as merchants report a large presence of armed, unsavory figures patrolling the town. Residents are nowhere to be found. Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen next. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Was this not the place I was supposed to go?
I don't know what it was brought you to Primm, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell. Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Primm going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost. Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say. I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me? Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps. That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in. Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around. Asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as lack of rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, Let Courier 6 carry the package. That's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out. No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Not for me to say. Well, now that you mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Khan misfits. They was talking about a chip. Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be. Sure, I'll tell. I guess A Beagle had some notes he was taking while he was eavesdropping around the Powder gangsters. He'll be your best source of information on that subject. Gangers, gangsters, all sounds like trouble to me.
You're right.
Well, sure do. I run the courier office out of my shop. Ask away. Let's see. Been tough around here for a good while now. Worse since them thugs kidnapped our deputy. It started with the breakout from the prison up the road. First there was just a few thugs rolling through town, but then they got organized. Now they call themselves Powder Gangsters or something, and run around throwing dynamite and shooting people. A little while ago, a good chunk of them left whatever kind of organization they got up there to squeeze all the food and drink out of us they could. Ask away. That's where we are. This here little casino brought some cash and bodies into the town before them Powder gangsters came in. Now, they can't rush us without eating a good bit of hot lead, but we are in a kind of box canyon. Guess this is a fitting place for that as any. I reckon that if they thought hard enough about it, they'd realize they got more bodies than we have bullets. But for now, we're safe enough in here. Ask. It's an old hotel and casino here in town. Old Laura used to rent out rooms there, but she took off months ago. Across the way from the Vicky and Vance, the other old casino. Can't miss it. Don't go getting yourself shot.
Not you, my guy. Already happened.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum. Primm Slim at your service. Authentic cowpoke and official spokesspot of the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum. Yeehaw! Where have you been, partner? Hiding under a rock? Vicky and Vance were this nation's fourth or maybe fifth most infamous celebrity outlaw couple ever. That's who they was. Primm Slim here can tell you the whole story, if you can spare a minute to hear the tale. Yahoo! I ain't had a chance to tell their tale in a mess of years. First things first, any bosh you've heard about Vicky and Vance being copycats ain't nothing but ill-tempered slander. Fact is, they begun their crime spree 2 days before Bonnie and Clyde robbed their first bank. So who was copying who? Now, true, Vicky and Vance didn't exactly cut a wide swath of murder and bank robbery across the central U.S. like Bonnie and Clyde did. It was more like a narrow swath of shoplifting, check cashing fraud, and gas pump drive-offs. But crime is crime. They drove reckless, too. Having lived by the gun, well, Vance owned one anyway. It was only fitting that the duo of desperados would die by the gun. Perhaps it was fate itself that accidentally drove them into a crossfire between police and a gang of bank robbers in Plano, Texas. Or maybe they just didn't notice until it was too late. It's been said that Vicky would have tried to cash a bad check in that bank had she lived. We'll never know for sure. All we know is that the crossfire tore the car and both occupants to pieces, and the police issued an official apology. You can put your eyes on the genuine death car just over yonder, and there's Vance's machine gun in the case next to it.
All right.
Why, this is the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum, Primm's premier tourist attraction and resort destination. Yeehaw! Primm is a thriving resort community located in Clark County, Nevada, right along Interstate 15. Whether you can't wait till Vegas to try your luck, or want to hit one last jackpot before you leave Nevada, Primm's your place. The town's premier attraction is the world-famous Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum, so you came to the right place, partner. The Bison Steve is one of Primm's less impressive casino hotels. I'd steer clear of that place, partner, if I were you. Rumor is the dealers over there cheat, and that rickety roller coaster is liable to fall down any day because it wasn't built to code. Happy trails, partner.
Howdy.
There's literally nothing in it. The gun's not there, the clothing's not there, would it?
Move along. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Van. Just mosey on over to the display case and you'll see it plain as day. Quite a piece, that gun. Mint condition, never fired. Have you gone loco, partner? I can see the gun with my own 3 photo sensors from where I'm standing right now. Happy trails, partner.
Right? Got a broken brain.
Hey there. Hey there.
Howdy. Howdy.
Oh, you're sure all fun to talk to.
Hello there. What brings you to Primm?
My quest objective?
I'm Ruby Nash. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My husband and I are Primm long-timers. He fancies himself a trader, and I know my way around a kitchen. My mother taught me never to say something unless it was nice. So I don't have nothing to say about Primm, for the time being at least. It's a sad state of affairs. Discuss it with Mr. Nash if you care to. Just makes me want to cry. My specialty is a rad scorpion venom casserole. It's more appetizing than it sounds. The venom has a sharp, smoky flavor, and it numbs your mouth so fierce you'll forget you ever had a tongue. It's perfectly safe, Long as you don't have sores in your mouth for the venom to find your blood. 'Cause that'll kill you dead. Goodbye.
Howdy. Hey, youngster. Still hanging about Primm, huh? That beat up old thing? What do you want to know? Hell if I know. I don't think it's serious, but my tinkering days are long gone. A courier dropped it off a couple of months back. I got it working for a little while. But
Oh, that's the
darn
one in the
thing
building,
pooped
not
out.
the...
I haven't been
one
able to
here.
get it up and running again. I was hoping to use it for some courier work, but that ain't gonna happen. You're welcome to try. It's yours if you can get it working. If I had my way, I'd dump it in the scrapyard in Novak and be done with the damn thing. Don't go getting yourself shot.
Alright, let's go save what's his face. Ooh, I can put on my suit. What? Well, I guess that was not working. It's dark.
Nothing here after.
goggles, helmet. Flamethrower, you'd say. Okay, well, I'm not in hardcore mode, so that's good. Alright, I shot him in the head and it crippled his head, but it doesn't kill. Alright. Oh, fuck! Holy shit! I guess that's why this is an M-rated game. Jesus Christ. That was a thing.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
Why, yes, I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
Indeed I do, good sir. and I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity. Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here. Oh, why, of course. I'd never let you find my kidnappers with my help, but without it. You lead the way.
There we go. You have to do like 50 of those for achievement. Exit. No? You get on Persona 3 to finish it before the DLC drops. What sidetracked you from finishing it?
Aha!
Come on!
Playing actual good games. About 20 other shorter half. put a bullseye on his head. That's helpful. God, the gameplay in this game is not it. Take into account the gameplay in this is better than 3. So I borrowed 3 when I first got a 360 back in 2010. I borrowed it from a friend, and I got it out of the vault, and that was about it. Like, okay. Hockey mask, say. Make this game with Fallout 4's gunplay. Yeah, I mean, it's been... Yeah, I got the completion of Fallout 4 January 2016. So it's been a long time since I played it, but... I remember the gunplay being so much better. Oh, that's all it is. And I mean, the gunplay in Starfield was, it wasn't stupendous, but it was still manageable. It's having a not great day. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. Deputy Fuckstain. Alright, I think
I don't plan to come back to the Bison, Steve, much in the years to come, if I ever get out of it. I just hope I won't have to use it.
Did I give him my 9 mil? No. Okay.
And depart we will.
When did those games originally come out, Gypsy? Early 90s. time they were officially released in America was SMT1 on iPad, but that's since been delisted. Even if it was bought, can you not download it? Right, can't lockpick it. Double checking else on this building. Oh, and that's okay. That's the room. Excuse me.
Hey there.
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation. Not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Primm. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage? Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there. Hello again. I don't suppose you've decided to help Primm find its next sheriff? Oh, no. I'm just the deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of command. It should be someone brave like you, but more of a homebody. Someone who'll settle down and watch over us. I heard the powder gangers talking about someone in the prison named Myers who has some experience as a sheriff. He may be a good choice. Also, with the NCR so close by, you may be able to get them to take over the town. Not sure why they haven't helped out already.
I mean...
Maybe next time you can bring a new sheriff back with you.
Go talk to fucking Lieutenant... What's his dick? Lieutenant Hayes, was that his name?
Yeah? We know Primm is a great strategic point, and we aren't blind to the needs of the town, but we're barely holding our own against the powder gangers. We don't have the guns or the personnel needed to carry out our mission, much less take on defending this town as well. What we need more than anything is bodies. If we had just one more squad, we could easily install a sheriff and still handle our primary objective of protecting the interstate south of here. If you'd like to see the NCR include protection of Primm and its duties, then you'll have to get some more troops up here. Knight at Mojave Outpost may be able to help. Have you gotten us any additional support yet? Knight, he's at Mojave Outpost.
That is,
Sir?
but okay. Happened there. And all right, make a save. Alright, and I guess we'll wrap there for night. We head on to Mojave Outpost, or that thing is.